Hello my dear children. In this video, we are going to study about chapter 1 of Visit to the North. In that, we are going to study plains in the north. Now children, in our previous video, we have seen the mountains in the north. So, in this video, we are going to see about the plains in the north. But before that, just I want to tell you about just 1 minute. Yes. Before telling about the plains in the north, I just want to tell you about what do you mean by plain. So plain is a flat, sweeping landmass that generally does not change much in elevation. Yes, children. Plain is a flat, sweeping landmass that generally doesn't change much in elevation. Like you have seen the mountain ranges. Yeah, the elevation, if you will see, it is pointed, but here in the plain it is flat. Plain is actually a flat sweeping landmass that generally doesn't change much in elevation. Okay, so let's see this. Yes, this is the map, and if you can see, this is the map of the northern plains. Okay, so regional division were done. See children, Punjab plains, Ganga plains and Brahmaputra plains. So there are three plains, if you can see in the north. Here we are talking about the plains in the north. So in that, Punjab plain, Ganga plain and Brahmaputra plain, as you can see here. Yes children. So, if you will see children, northern plains stretch between the state of Punjab in the northwest and Assam in the northeast. As you have seen here, Punjab in northwest we are having Punjab, whereas in northeast, if you will see this, we are having Brahmaputra. Yes, Brahmaputra plains. Where this is the northeast, and if you will see, this is the northwest, where we are having Punjab plain. Is this clear to everyone? Yes. So, children, the state of Punjab in the northwest and the Assam in the northeast. This region is known as the Indo-Gangetic plains. What it known as? This region is known as the Indo-Gangetic plains. Okay, so the river, if you will see in the north, in the plains in the north, here we are having so many rivers, river like Indus, Satluj, Ganga and Brahmaputra. They all originate from the Himalayas and they flow through northern plains. River carries silt or alluvium. Okay, so what do you mean by this? This silt and alluvium, it make the soil fertile. So that's why, and if you know, if the soil is fertile, you can use it for irrigation process purpose. So we are having best irrigation because of the river which carries silt or alluvium. Okay, so the river Indus and Satluj, Ganga and Brahmaputra originate from the Himalayas and flow through northern plains. So you can see the rivers. Because of these rivers, this you can say that this soil, the soil is very fertile. If you can see in this children, yes, first if you can see this green line, and in that 1, 2, 3 is written. So that is the Punjab plain, second one is the Ganga plain and third one is the Brahmaputra plains. Okay, so a river, now question comes in your mind, what do you mean by river basin? What do you mean by river basin? The pronunciation is basin. Okay, so a river basin is an area of land drained by a river and its tributaries. Okay, so actually a river basin is an area. It is actually an area of land which is drained by a river and its tributaries. Okay, so many small river, or you can say tributaries are there. So that is called the river basin. So if you will see in northern plains children, it is divided into following three basins. That is Indus basin, Ganga basin and Brahmaputra basin. Okay, so northern plains, if the question comes, northern plain divided into three basins. What are they? So they are Indus basin, Ganga basin and Brahmaputra basin. Is it clear to everyone? See, now we will see about the Indus basin. Yes children. Now what do you mean by Indus basin? So it lies in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, Rajasthan, Haryana and the Union Territory of Chandigarh. Yes children, so Indus Basin, it lies in these states, that is Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, Rajasthan, Haryana and the Union Territory of Chandigarh. See the Indus Basin children, so you can understand from this. Yes. So river like Satluj along with the river Jhelum, Ravi, Beas and Chenab flowing this basin. So we are having in the Indus Basin, we are having these rivers. The rivers are Satluj, river are river like Jhelum, Ravi, Beas and Chenab. They are flowing in this basin. Also very important question children, this question come every time. This dam, that is the Bhakra Nangal Dam. Yes, see you can see the dam. Yeah, why dams are important? You know dams are important so that it store water and so that we can use this water for irrigation purpose, agriculture and for so many things like generating electricity. So we are having the Bhakra Nangal Dam. So the Bhakra Nangal Dam is a multi-purpose dam children. It built across the Satluj River. It supply electricity and water for irrigation to the state of Punjab and Haryana. So the very important thing is the Bhakra Nangal multi-purpose dam, which is built across the Satluj River and it supply electricity and water for irrigation to which state? To Haryana and Punjab. Yes children. Now second basin that we are having, that is the Ganga basin. It spread across the state of Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and West Bengal. Yes children, Ganga basin, it spread across, all this come under northern plains, but if you will see the Ganga basin, it spread across the state of Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and West Bengal. Yes children, see the Gangotri glacier, you can see, and because of the Gangotri glacier, water move to different places. Yes, see children, Gangotri glacier, the river Ganga originate from the Gangotri glacier in the Himalayas. Yes children, very important. See, you can see Himalayas, yes, in this picture. Yes, so from in this picture, if you can observe it properly, you can see glaciers are there. Yeah, so actually glacier because of the Gangotri glacier in Himalaya, the river Ganga originates. So from where the river Ganga originates? From the Gangotri glacier in the Himalayas. The rivers Saraswati and Yamuna join the Ganga at Allahabad in Uttar Pradesh. See children, the beauty of nature. See, the Ganga originates from the Gangotri glacier, which is in Himalayas, and the rivers Saraswati and Yamuna, they join the Ganga at Allahabad in Uttar Pradesh. So Ganga, it is, you can see the other rivers like Saraswati and Yamuna, they join to the Ganga at Allahabad in Uttar Pradesh. So this is called the Triveni Sangam. Yes children, Triveni Sangam. What do you mean by Triveni Sangam? Actually, Triveni Sangam is in Allahabad and it is the confluence of these three but rivers. Okay, these three rivers we can say, not but rivers, their mistake is there, three rivers. Okay children, confluence means where all the rivers meet. Yes, so that's why this is known as the Triveni Sangam. Yes children. Now we will see about the third basin, that is the Brahmaputra basin. Now children, it forms narrow strip of area in the state of Assam. So as you have seen the Indus basin and Ganga basin, now let's see about the Brahmaputra basin. So it forms narrow strip of area in the state of Assam. It originates in Tibet and is called the Sangpo. Here T is silent, so we will pronounce it Sangpo. So it originates in Tibet and is called the Sangpo. So we can say it enters India through Arunachal Pradesh and then flows through Assam and empties into the Bay of Bengal. So this way we can say the Brahmaputra basin is. See, you can see the Brahmaputra basin. Yes. So like this we understood. I taught you about what we studied. We studied about the plains in the north, that is the Indus basin, Ganga basin and the Brahmaputra basin. Hope you all understood it very well. If you have any doubt, just ask me whenever you go through the video again. Go through your book. If you have any doubt, ask me. your question. Thank